This is someone I have never watched before, so I have no idea how this is going to go. But I am intrigued. So we're gonna take a look at this is Jacob Sharpe. This is Jacob Sharpe looking at weird advice from the incels of TikTok. Now bear in mind, I have no idea what context he's using the word incel. Because as we all know, a certain segment of the population loves to use the expression of incel for people that simply do not agree with what they have to say. So, okay, Desdar, have a good night. Yeah, this one could be interesting. And hello, Cowboy and Albrick. Yes, Big Dog, we covered that. We actually covered that on stream a few weeks back. This could be Sniper Bait. Let's get into this. Let's see which direction this is going. I'm more curious. I'm really curious which direction this one's gonna go, but let's find out.
We are talking about guys. Today we're talking about boys. I'm wearing my saw earring, so you know I'm a boy. Hey, how are ya? And welcome back to another.
Okay, we start hot. Right off the jump, with the way he's acting, I'm wondering if the term is going to be used for they are saying something that they don't agree with. Yeah. I let it cook though. Let's let it cook. Let's let it cook. We don't know what's coming.
Another
YouTube video.
My name's Jacob Andrew Sharpe, and gang, we've got a doozy of a video for you. Oh yeah, there's nuggets in here. You guessed it, guys. Today, we've got man nuggets. Dude, juicy big, strong man nuggets. Or as I like to call them, guys balls. Guys, today I wanted to answer the age-old question, What does it mean to be a man? You know, what is masculinity? How do you become a real man? You know, what even is a penis? I don't know.
I'm just a little boy.
Guys, it seems that these days, no one really knows.
Wait. I saw something that concerns me. Chat. Uh-oh. This is not boding well for us, chat. This is not boding well. I have a feeling my suspicions were correct, but we will continue. We will let this cook.
It seems that these days, no one really knows what it means to be a real man. So I thought I would head to the best source of serotonin-fueled misinformation, TikTok. So welcome back to another episode of Are You Guys Online? Because what the heck is going on over there? And you know, to my surprise...
Well, he's got a beanie on his head. That has nothing to do with it. It's like, maybe that's just part of his brand, where he lives is cold and he wears a beanie. Or a toque. No.
I found out a lot about men. I really think that I found out how to be a man, what not to do as a man, and overall male oppression.
Most of you have gone on a date with a guy who was super nice, and if you rewarded that behavior, then the world would be full of nice men. You went home and you told your roommate about how you had a nice date and he was kind of fun, and then you went to go your toxic ex. If you really wanted men to change, you could change all of it by not rewarding the behavior that you don't like. If you wanted men to be nice, all you had to do would be to only nice men, and the entire world would change.
Guys, I don't know if...
Okay. He was cooking, and then he kind of fell off at the end there. He kind of fell off at the end. Because I agree with the first part. Is if a girl goes out with a guy and he's nice, he treats her well, she comes home and she tells the roommate, oh, he was a great guy, he was so sweet, and then she goes and fucks the asshole instead of trying to pursue things with the nice guy that she just praised up and down, 100% agree with what he was saying. 100% agree. With him finishing off that saying, if you only fucked nice men, it's like, well, no, now that's two separate things. That's two completely separate things there. See, he had me in the beginning. His opening statement, I was on board. 100%. That last part, and no. I'm sorry, that last part is a completely separate issue and doesn't belong in the, there's no correlating context in there, honestly. So, hi, cowboy. Yeah.
If you heard, but it's pretty hard to be a guy these days. And you can trust me, I'm a nice guy. I'm not like other guys. It's really hard being a man these days. We used to control everything, but it all went to shit, and now everyone's mad at us? I genuinely love hearing men complain about male oppression, because I think it's the same as when a toddler complains about having to share their toys.
Hey, will you kindly go fuck yourself, dude? If I can even call you that, because I'm not sure. I think I might need to do a balls check. This guy is... I don't think it's... I'm not entirely sure it's satire, Gore. I don't think so. Like, he is outright refusing to admit that men are being completely shat on in the modern day. They are getting completely shit on by both men and women. Basically, by women and effeminate men are completely shitting on men these days. And if he's gonna go, oh, boo-hoo for you, go fuck yourself. Very kindly. You can absolutely go and fuck yourself.
They just whine and complain, and at the end of the day, they just go, mine. Now, before all these dudes flood to the comments and start asking things like, oh, you know how to be a man? Do you finger your butthole with those fingernails? And the answer is yes. And sure, they stink like poo. But guess what? It feels fucking awesome. Now, I know that I've made videos about men in the past, and so far the response has been pretty great.
Okay. I guarantee goddamn fucking to you, he had a lot of comments on his videos that absolutely fucking roasted him that he ain't showing on screen. I guarantee fucking you. Okay, Technopath, have a good night.
Maybe I remember it a little differently. That just proves that I need to learn more about my own gender. I want to appeal to the masses. I want to be a real man. And today's the day I learn.
3 emojis men should never use when texting a woman. Number 1, anything with a monkey face. This looks massively immature and feminine. Ick score, 9 out of 10. Number 2, red heart. If you are going to use a heart, only use the black one. Number 3, any emoji that shows too much excitement, emotional vulnerability, or romantic interest.
Yeah, because you...
No, sorry. He's gonna shit on this TikTok, and I'm sorry, I actually have to agree with them. That was fucking stupid. Using something with the monkey, something that shows affection, and only use the black heart? 2 of those feel kind of racial. 2 of those, it feels like that TikToker was adding some racial context to there. But no! You throw in an emoji because it's a way to like liven things up. You guys in the fucking Discord, when I'm talking to you guys, do emojis all the fucking time. And it's cute. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, only use the black heart. Why? So, as much as you guys may hate that he's gonna shit on this guy, but I'm gonna agree with him on this. That was the dumbest fucking advice I ever heard. Absolutely. And it's diametrically opposed to the other advice of, you know, the actually treat the nice guys nice and don't go fucking the toxic ex. Yeah, well, so, I mean, we're kind of into this here. We're getting both good and bad. First one was like, okay, hell yeah, we're largely on board. Second one, it's like, dude, what the fuck is this? So, okay, but that's why I want to let him cook. Because we could get some bangers here where it's like, yeah, he's 100% right. This is fucking stupid. We very well might. So, let's go.
You know what women hate? When you like them.
The big smiley face, sad face, kissing emoji, eggplant are all perfect examples. Once you stop using these emojis, you're gonna notice that women are gonna start respecting you more. So try it out.
You wanna follow?
Now. A woman respecting you has nothing to do with a fucking emoji. That has nothing to do with it. And if you think that a woman's respect for you is tied to your use of emojis, stop. Get help. Please.
In love? You want to start dating your crush? Well, give that up. Women hate that. Enough of this cat and mouse game. Don't reply to her texts. Don't tell her you like her. Be an asshole. Tell her she's ugly. Yeah, guys, didn't you know that emojis are for chicks? Guys, we all know that using emojis is gay. Your girlfriend will literally mistake you for a girl.
Fucking
Way
hell.
to go, man. Now you're a lesbian. How could I be homophobic when my emoji's gay?
I mean, as much as this guy's kind of being like,
get some help.
Thank you, Leo. I don't have that on my soundboard, so thank you. I appreciate it. Like, okay, for example, you guys are using emojis all the fucking time. Do I think that makes any of you in chat that are men less of men? No. It's a fun way to interact with someone. Hence its purpose. And you know what? As much as this guy is just like a fucking cuck, probably, he's right about this. He is. He's going overboard with what he's saying in this part, but he is right.
On a more serious note, sure, emojis can be a little cringe or whatever, but if you like to use them, who cares? Find another weirdo like you who loves using emojis. Have a little emoji wedding, and then on your honeymoon, go home, watch the Emoji Movie, and go make some baby
no, don't
emojis.
do that.
Also, I think the biggest ick of all is selectively choosing your emoji to send someone. That's the ick. I'll say it, texting's an ick. Fuck texting. Texting sucks. Dude, we gotta get back to calling people. Dude, I think the real move is calling your parents' house and asking if she can come out and play. All right, so tip number 1 for being a man. Don't use emojis. Don't be silly or cute, because that's for girls.
One thing I will say, and I know he's doing this to be, like, stupidly ironic. This tracks, for the most part. Because, you know, most girls, not all, bearing in mind, this is not blanket statement. Most girls don't usually look for a guy who is girlish or effeminate. Most do not. Most look for men who are men, but they also, look for men who, while being men, aren't actually scared of being emotional. And yes, there is the whole fucking meme of if a man expresses emotion, the girl just drops in like a bad habit because, oh, men shouldn't express emotions. Those are outliers. They are. Just, regardless of how prevalent it seems, that kind of girl is an outlier. It's also a girl that you don't want to be with. This is, that kind of girl is someone you don't want to be with in the first place. So, you can exemplify manhood, but you can also show emotions and show, cutesy humor as well, like quirky and cutesy humor, that doesn't take away from masculinity. Despite what people might say, it really doesn't. So he's trying to be ironic, but this is actually reasonable. This is actually fairly correct. Because most girls don't date a guy for being feminine, primarily. Most guys, we're now going to delve into biology. Women, by and large, want a man that can take care of them and protect them. This is biology. Because men, from a biological perspective, are larger and stronger than women. By the definite, men came into existence to be the hunters and the protectors of the women for breeding purposes on a very, 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 very basic biological standpoint. Obviously, we as humans have evolved beyond mere biological impulses into a societal one, but the biological impulses and the biological drives are still there, and they still exist where a woman will seek out a strong man to protect them, to breed strong offspring, and to care for them. That still remains. It does. No matter how much people want to try and deny it, that still exists. And that's why this statement right here is correct. For the most part. For the most part.
All right, I think we could all use a break from this bad advice. So I thought maybe I'd give you guys some good advice. Because guys,
It's not
you can't
bad
trust
advice.
everything you see online these days. I know. It doesn't seem fair. So before you venture off into the ethers of the internet, you
At
gotta
time.
suit up. You're not going into battle without a shield, right? So I wanted to talk to you
At
guys
time.
about today's sponsor, NordVPN. Guys, I used to be that guy. I used to click any link I saw, and that's not my fault. They make them very flashy. But thanks to NordVPN, I
Well,
can
that's
use
'cause
the
you're an
internet
idiot.
and know that I'm completely safe. Using a VPN while you're online can help protect your IP address and encrypt your data. So that way you don't have to worry about all these creepy middlemen that are trying to hack your information. I also
K-Dog,
love
exactly
NordVPN's
right.
threat protection.
There's
The new
absolutely
threat
nothing
protection
wrong
feature is
with
taking
men
security
being
to the
strong
next level.
protectors.
Once you turn on the threat protection
Biology
feature, you'll be protected
wired
from things like malicious
the male part
websites,
of the species
intrusive
for
ads,
that.
trackers, malware, and so much more.
You say,
Once you
Andrea,
turn on the
I
threat
kinda
protection
was too,
feature,
honestly.
It stays on. So you'll
I
be
kinda
protected
was.
regardless of your connection with your VPN. NordVPN has also introduced MeshNet. MeshNet is a safe way to access other devices no matter where you are in the world. And it operates just like a secure local access network. So you can connect to other devices and you'll be
Hello,
completely safe. Maybe
plug.
you're trying to collaborate on a project,
How's it
maybe you wanna do
going?
some gaming, or maybe you want to send your dad a silly meme and you know that he doesn't have that strong of a connection. 'Cause my dad
Terrarian,
keeps
fair
sending
point.
me links
Very
and
fair
I
point.
can't stop clicking them. You know your dad's probably just clicking links and getting flagged by the government. So even protect yourself from
No,
your
he's
dad's
going to porn
computer.
sites.
Dads don't know how to use the
Let's be
internet.
honest.
So guys, it's time to suit up. It's time to protect yourself. And you can do that by signing up with NordVPN. And guys, if you sign up using my link, NordVPN/Sharpe, you can get a 2-year plan plus 4 months free and
Blah,
other
blah.
incredible gifts. And it's completely risk-free because NordVPN also has a 30-day money-back
It does, doesn't
guarantee.
it, dog?
So again,
Big
thank you
dog.
for
It
sponsoring
does.
this video, NordVPN, and thanks as always for the nuggets. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. Now, I looked this guy up, and he also runs a page called Defund Simping. Dude, defund. Guys, it's time to call your local government
Okay.
official and tell them to stop.
Wait. I wanna... Let me see that page. He's a scammer. He's a fucking scammer. I can't hate on this guy. I can't hate on this content creator for hating on this guy, because this is a scam. Improve your romantic life in 90 days inside my Discord community. He's pulling a fucking... What's his name? Whatever the fuck his name is. I can't even bother to remember his name. Yeah, he's running a goddamn scam. So, yeah, thank you, Andrew Tate. Yeah. He's pulling an Andrew Tate. So you know what? I can't hate on this guy for ripping on this. Because this is a scam. Can't hate on him for it.
Fund simping? Dude, defund. Guys, it's time to call your local government official and tell them to stop funding these simps. It's out of control. Sorry, you little cucks, but your terror on this country is over. All simps are bastards. All right, so tip number 1 for being a man. Don't use emojis. Don't be silly or cute, because that's for girls.
This is how I tell girls on dates what I do. I will always tell them by the second date. But sometimes, if their vibe is super cool, I drop it on the first. So usually this is how it goes. Hey, so not only am I a videographer and a photographer, I'm also something else. And they're like, oh yeah, like what else? Have you seen the movie Hitch before? Yeah, oh my gosh, with Will Smith, I love that movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's me. And they're like, what do you mean that's you?
Okay. So this guy is gonna be on Mr. Scam Artist here for his whole video. And again, I cannot hate on him. Because this guy is a goddamn scam artist. 100%. He's a fucking scam artist. Thank you for the tier 1, John Doe. Yeah, and he's 100% like doing lying. He's a videographer. Bullshit. We know he's lying. And he's claiming he was the inspiration for Hitch. Okay, so he's lying again. So yeah, I mean, actually in an odd fucking way, he is Hitch, because Hitch fucking lied to get girls in bed. He was teaching guys how to lie to get girls in bed, so yeah, Big Dog, yeah, you're right. This guy was inspired by Hitch. Yeah, that is accurate. That is accurate. Oh, Dracel, no, he probably went, oh, Andrew Tate's doing this. I can do it too. Inspired? Yes. Learn from him? No. And yeah, this is that bullshit alpha male crap that should be shit on. This alpha male bullshit absolutely should be crapped all over on. Which is why I can't fault this guy down here that I'm covering, by the way. I can't fault him for shitting on this, because he's 100% right here. He is. Like, we could shit on him for other stuff, but he's 100% right to shit all over this guy, because he's giving absolute dog shit advice when it comes to girls.
So yeah, I help guys with their fashion sense, their confidence, their online dating apps, approaching in person, all that. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, so like, how'd you get into that? And then I break it all down.
No, that's when they go, oh, great. Excuse me, I have to go use the bathroom. Window out, gone. That's what happens when you say that to a girl on a date. You bust out that line, they're gonna, oh, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. And she ain't coming back.
From start to finish. And once I start breaking it down and like really talking to them about it, they almost get kind of turned on. And the reason is any woman is turned on by a man that's on his purpose and is passionate about it. Then all of a sudden the date turns into like a little bit of an interview because they start asking me a bunch of questions. Because yeah, girls have met lawyers, doctors, and all types of stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
but they've never met a guy that
100%
does
bullshit,
dating on
Shadow
TikTok.
Wolf. We all know this.
Ew. What are you talking about? Yeah, that's me. I'm Will Smith. And then the whole date turns into an interview because she's like, no, you're not.
No, Big Dog, here's the thing. He doesn't actually do this. That's the whole thing. That TikTok he put out was literally just to promote his scam. I guarantee goddamn fucking you. He does not do that on the few dates he actually has. When he goes on a date, he does the puffing of the chest out, I'm a big bad alpha Chad, and basically counts on his looks for every fucking date. He 100% parlays his looks in the dates, and he'll probably get a lot of dates because of his looks alone, but he gets a lot of dates because when he pulls the alpha male bullshit, most women are like, yeah, I'm done. But. And so he just has to basically do trial by volume. to actually get a girl to sleep with him, because most of them are probably don't dig that alpha male shit. The only way the alpha male shit works is if you're also spending serious fucking bank on the girl. In which case, she's a fucking whore anyway. She's a money whore and is only there for the money and doesn't give a fuck about you anyway, so... There you go. You did say one thing right. Women do like when you are passionate about things. Correct. Yes, baby Jeeves. But in his context, he was completely incorrect. In his context, he was not talking about it. Yes, women do like when you are passionate about something, as long as it's not something creepy. Yeah, women, absolutely. If you are passionate about something, be it movies, if you're passionate about fucking gardening, if you're passionate about exercising and you don't go overboard with it, yes, women love to see that because it's emotion. Women love emotion. And if you are passionate about something, you're expressing that emotion, and it is a draw. It is a draw for that. It is a draw for men and women. This guy is faking it. He's playing the ultimate game of fake it till you make it, and he's basically counting on his looks for the most part. Because personality, you ain't got.
And then I say, yes, I am. I'm Will Smith. And then the way
Canito, it depends on the girl. Some girls like that.
waiter takes our order, and I slap him in the face. Keep my horny date's name out your goddamn mouth. Also, anyone who talks about how they know a stranger is horny, that's fucking Billy Talent red flag. Tip number 2.
I will do a tiny in fairness. There are times when you can tell a girl is horny just by how she looks. You can tell. So I will do a tiny bit of a gimme. I rest my case. I rest my case. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And thank you, house guest, for the very useful props.
I love tip number 2. Be delusional. Be delusional and be Will Smith. I also have stumbled upon my favorite account called Empower Men. Yeah, we put the men in empowerment. You know, like that hasn't been the whole thing for men for like trillions of years. Yeah, I don't know if it's time to empower the most common oppressor of all time. And sure, not...
Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Motherfucker just blanket labeled all men as oppressors. Kindly go fuck yourself. Please. You don't blanket call all men oppressors. That doesn't work. And there is a male empowerment movement because men have been getting absolutely fucking shit on for at least the last 5 years. Men, especially white men, have been getting completely dogpiled by both men and women for the last 5 fucking years. So yeah, there's an empowerment movement because they're getting treated like shit. And it's completely justified.
Humans haven't been around as a species for trillions of years. This guy is a moron.
Uh-huh.
I am dumber for having to listen to him.
Sorry, Hal.
I am an AI.
I'm sorry. Hal, delete this conversation from your memory, please.
Not all fellas have done something bad, but historically, we don't have a great track record. You know, even if you think you don't have...
You're going to take a handful of men throughout history and hold them responsible for
This guy and the guys he is reacting to are both fucking cringe.
Yes, Ace, 100% correct, because he's now taking a handful of men throughout history and saying they are representative of the billions of men that have existed throughout history. Fuck you, dude.
Have privilege or advantages, maybe just like check out history and have a shred of like self-awareness.
A very large portion of them, K-Dog, yes. And I can't remember if it was said in chat on another stream or in the comment section of my YouTube videos. Everybody loves shitting on men. Men largely are the ones that have come up with some of the most human inventions. Great placement there. Men have come up with some of the most humane inventions in history. It was, vaccinations and medications from time immemorial. Slight. The goddamn, the fucking computers. Like, this is not to take away from women inventors. Because there are very prevalent women inventors throughout history too. But largely speaking, it has been men who have been the champions of invention and discovery throughout the majority of history. And you cannot, no matter how much people like this guy try to rewrite the history books, it don't work. They're still around.
And slight empathy for other people and their struggles in life.
What? Wait, fucking wait. 7 benefits of jerking it. How is lower energy a benefit? How is this a benefit? Yeah, but the first fucking slide? You think it's sarcasm? Okay, I mean, yeah, the tagging is no fap. So, I mean, maybe it's sarcasm? Let's see how the rest goes. Lower energy. So instant regret, less confident. Less confidence? Gentlemen in chat, I don't mean to call you out or something, but do you feel less confident, especially with women, if you jerk it? Do you feel a sense of less confidence? Yeah, no, I didn't think so. So, yeah, I mean, this is obviously a shitpost. Yeah, it's clearly sarcasm. Because this is someone that's trying, that's, it's an anti-fapping tag, so stupid. Lower mental ability. Are you fucking high? 5 seconds, but okay. Well, this is something that men have had to deal with since time immemorial. You're gonna get this whether you're jerking it or whether you're having sex. It doesn't matter. This is just being part of a man. However, this is only talking about the moment of orgasm. The fun can last much longer than the 5 seconds involved in orgasm. The fun can last for hours pre-orgasm. For fucking sure. So, we're conveniently forgetting about that part. Addiction. Pimples? No. But this one? I will say, I have heard of numerous studies, like medical studies. Yeah, I have heard of numerous medical studies that have actually addressed this. And Kanito, you're right. everything can be addictive, potentially because it's a dopamine release. So this one is, yeah, porn, and hell, I've heard I remember a while back seeing a YouTube video that was actually entitled "Don't Jerk Off to Sailor Moon," and it was talking about how guys that masturbate to anime.
Her house
Okay.
guest asked me, do
Oh,
you
no.
think the Emperor of Mankind jerks it? The Emperor of Mankind is an unparalleled being, far above the trivial concerns of mortals. His focus is on guiding humanity and protecting it from the darkness that seeks to consume it. Such
God.
mundane matters are beneath his divine purpose. Stay vigilant and serve the Emperor with honor.
God, house guest. As I was saying. Yeah, so with this video I saw it was like a cautionary warning about like masturbating to anime in general. You Sailor Moon as an example, but because along with the dopamine release, it triggers a brain chemical reaction where if you continually do it, it causes the chemical responses and the neurological responses in your brain, so you will only become aroused to anime and not real life women. Now, I have no idea if there's any science backing that, but that falls in line with the idea of the addiction. So this one I can kind of agree with it because there have been medical studies involving masturbation and addiction. How valid they are or how extensive they are, I'm not sure, but I have heard about studies involving this. This may be the last time you see me. I hope so.
So they don't want us to jerk off. Dude, no jerking off? I'm sorry, guys, but fuck that. Don't repress your sexuality.
Holy shit, let him cook. He's sort of cook.
That never turns out well. Am I right, Catholic Church? Dude, I'm sorry.
He's right. Credit where it's due. He's fucking right. Don't, guys, don't repress your sexuality. Don't let it get out of fucking control. But don't repress your sexuality. No, absolutely not. J10? Yeah. Again, like, this is what I was saying at the beginning of this movie. There may be some things that I agree with him on. This is one of them. Don't repress your sexuality. 100% agree. Men, don't repress your sexuality. Don't let it go into overdrive, or don't let it go crazy. But no, you shouldn't repress yourself.
But I'm gonna keep coming. Like ordering chicken nuggets at a restaurant. Keep that shit coming. I don't care. Fuck this. Fuck that. I'm never gonna stop coming. Dude, you ever feel an orgasm leave your body? See you later. Hold my calls, cause my life now revolves around that feeling. So what? We shouldn't jerk off?
He's also kind of making a case for number 6 in that list.
You need serious help. Serious help.
But he's that statement he just made, he's kind of making the true, he's kind of saying number 6 in that list was right. Just saying.
So we can be more efficient? Why, so I can be efficiently a horny loser with nothing to talk about at parties? Constantly edging and talking about alpha male bullshit? You have to ignore your primal instincts. To be a more... to be a more efficient male, it's...
Dude, aren't you gooning? Are you taking a shit right now? Seriously, he looks like he's trying to keep from crapping his pants. That's this face. He looks like he's like trying to hold back a diarrhea dump.
It's a societal problem. It's the feminist agenda. They're going to take over. It's just the beginning.
Who does number 2 work for? Kudos to you, to any of you who got that joke. Yeah, This is the face and the voice that someone makes when they're on the toilet and they have a shit poking out and they just can't get it out.
Hey, whoa. Slow down, Billy. You become a bit of an incel when you're horny. Try a Snickers.
Oh, fuck ass. The Hindley, please fuck the hell off. This is why I've said that these words have lost all meaning. Because he's acting like a dumbass alpha chat. He's not acting like a goddamn incel. Incel is involuntary celibacy. This skit is him voluntarily not having an orgasm. It don't fucking work, jackass. And who's a fuel rat? K-Dog? Who's a fuel rat? Who did you just say is a fuel rat? Mouse. Do you not fucking dare ascribe this man to my rats? Don't you fucking dare. I will thark you in the next week.
Thanks, Snickers cum.
There?
I'll say it.
He actually made the shit sound. He actually made the goddamn shit sound. So he didn't need to come. He just needed to take a big dump. See, there you go, chat. Yes, big dog, I'm very protective of my rats. I am. But yeah, he just exemplified it. I said he looked like he... You think? Yeah, we must hear again.
The oppressor's in a sinking
Thanks,
ship.
Snickers.
Women and children
Yeah,
first.
you're right. You're right. It was a splooge sound. You're right. Yeah, I'll have to agree with it. Okay.
Snickers cum. I'll say it. The only thing that actually kind of matches up is the pimples part. When I was a teenage boy, I didn't have acne at one point, and then I started participating in one activity, and then boom, cystic acne for a long.
Correlation without causation, numbnuts. You just said it. You were a teenager. Guess what? Teenagers get pimples. That one does not equate to the fucking other. Like, seriously, what the fuck? You dumbass. Sucking hell. Oh, and by the way, Carboy, you think I missed it? I see. Oh.
Long time. And tip number 3, have full balls. Balls so full, all you're gonna wanna do is work. Guys, we all know that money and happiness is stored in the balls. And now we have a video from another account I found called Thrive Mentality, and they post—
Oh, wait. Flash by too quick. Shocking! Yet another scam. Yet another goddamn scam. Another scam TikTok. Shocking. It's interesting that he's following these scam TikToks and not utilizing TikToks that might be actually giving half-decent advice, like what he posted at the very beginning of the video. It means that this account has 44,000 followers, but this account is not following anybody. Yes. Yeah, you got it, Peeve. You got it.
And they posted this really fun clip from the Fresh and Fit podcast. God, I don't know if you guys have seen anything from these guys in a while. These two uggos, they just don't stop, huh? Oh, these rascals. These incel
Don't know anything about that.
Name one benefit that a man gets from marriage that he wouldn't get in a regular relationship.
Just one.
Well, you, I think, as a woman, if you're
I'm asking you as a man, since you're,
Yeah,
attacking men for being Peter Pan.
Okay, I can see why he's making fun of these guys. The guy flat out comes off as hostile. So, if there's more of this clip, we'll see, but the guy flat out just comes off as, like, hostile. He is hostile? Okay, so he's an asshole. Shocking.
I think someone might be a child of divorce. Yeah, looks like someone didn't get over mom and dad not kissing anymore, huh?
Fuck you. Just because parents get divorced, just because someone gets divorced, does not turn them into an asshole. Fuckstick. Fuck you for saying that. There are a fuck ton of families that have divorce, that have wonderful relationships with both mom and dad, that then they have wonderful relationships with their kids. So you can fuck right off with this, and I'm gonna actually go as far as say, motherfucker that is obviously very left-leaning. This guy is extremely left-leaning, clearly. That was racist, you fuck. Oh, you saying, Mr. White Man? I'm gonna pull that shit. I'm gonna pull this shit. Is this white man saying that because a black family divorces, that the child doesn't have a good father figure in his life? Is that what you're saying? Sure sounds like what he's saying, which, last I checked, I thought you were against that kind of racist mentality. Sounds a little racist to me.
I think a lot of men who choose to get married are incentivized by the fact that they are able to claim that woman as theirs. And
But name one benefit that they would get in a marriage that they wouldn't get in a regular relationship.
Well, I think even though it's not 100%, there's peace of mind that that woman is not going to be loyal to you.
The answer is there's none. You're dancing around it. There is none. So my thing is this. I think it's in a man's best interest to stay Peter Pan, as you would say. And I think women shame men because men gain their value in their 40s. Men understand the sexual marketplace better. They understand that women have no leverage in their 40s. And they date down and they get younger, more attractive girls. And that's the best way to go in today's day and age, where we live in a deregulated sexual marketplace where women can take everything they got, take their kids, etc. Why the hell would a guy want to commit to women nowadays?
All right. There are some nuggets of truth in what he said. He's saying it in a really bad fucking way. Like, really bad. There are a few kernels of truth in there. In that the justice system in America is very heavily skewed, not the justice system, the court system is very heavily skewed in favor of women in cases of divorce, in terms of custody, in terms of support, etc., etc. She is correct there, that it is skewed towards women. Because of that reason, marriage is unattractive to a lot of people. So there are some kernels of truth in what he's saying. He's saying it in a really shit way, unfortunately, because there are benefits to marriage, both financial and emotional benefits. There are, but there is also a lot of risk. I don't know if they got banned, Big Dog. I don't know. I don't know anything about them. This is the first time I've ever seen these guys. So, like, if he didn't go about making this point in this way, where he's being a complete asshole about it and being disingenuous about a few things, no, Shadow Wolf, don't bother looking at the video. Don't even bother. If he wasn't being an asshole and being disingenuous about a lot of it, I would say, okay, there's a lot of truth to what he's saying. As is, I will say that there are kernels of truth in what he's saying, but his argument is being presented in a shit way. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
When, honestly, we got hoflation.
You know, there's obviously more incentive for women to get married than men, obviously.
Way more.
But what I'm suggesting is there's also benefits to men getting married, and I think...
Name one.
I just told you. I think it's...
That he wouldn't get outside of a regular relationship.
I just told you, the women, knowing that your woman is perhaps going to be more loyal to you when she's your wife versus your girlfriend.
She should be displaying that anyway.
Well, I think the...
So a title changes her loyalty to you?
All right. Okay. I don't know about any of that. Now, sure, you can argue that marriage is a bit of a social construct. You know, it was created off of trading land in between kingdoms, the wedding business and the ring business.
Like, when it comes to marriage, and bearing in mind, I am not, like, championing marriage by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not saying people should get married versus remaining single and just in, like, dating relationships. I'm not. Okay, J-Ted, have a good night. But marriage is, like, a natural progression from dating. So if you are in a long-term relationship with someone, the natural progression is marriage, because if you are in a long-term relationship with someone, the benefit to marriage is there is financial benefits to add on top of the existing emotional benefits that you already have. So it's like marriage is basically the next stepping stone into a relationship, because now you have financial benefits in terms of things like, you know, like your taxes, or, you know, various, you know, insurances and stuff like that, and you can make sure one is cared for the other and things like that. Not everywhere, Peef. In the United States, common law is not so common, so to speak. It depends on where you live. So that's why I say, like, this is like, it's kind of a natural progression. There's nothing wrong if you don't want to get married and you just stay in a non-marriage relationship. There's nothing wrong with it. For many people, it is the logical stepping stone, because, you know, it is like, it is antiquated, but it's carrying on family names and carrying on family lines and things like that. And what the point he was making before about how it also carries a great deal of risk is there. It is there. Are not officially married. We didn't see a reason to give a bunch of money to the church and the state just to have an official documentation. Right, Dad? Cool. Totally cool. Wait, how much money? Okay, the church, yes. The state? How much money do you have to give to the state? Yeah, I mean, we can go on and on about how the wedding industry just fucking milks people goddamn dry. But, like, the state, I thought a marriage license is like, you know, I thought a marriage license didn't cost all that much, honestly. And no, Big Dog, I'm not even gonna get into the open marriage. If you have an open marriage, just, your marriage is over. Flat out. Open marriage is a fallacy. $400? Alright, Shadow Wolf, it's not great. It's not terrible, though. You know, like, you are on disability payments forever, you may have had it cut or lost. Well, okay, Nascore, fair point there. So it's like, okay, let me put it this way. Like literally fucking everything in life, there are advantages and there are disadvantages to getting married. Just like there are advantages and there are disadvantages to not getting married. You're gonna have those no matter which way you look at it. But what this guy's trying to say is that he's almost, without actually saying it, the guy, the radio host guy, was basically saying, without outright saying it, he thinks marriage should cease to exist. That's what that host was trying to say without actually verbalizing it. He thinks marriage should completely cease to exist. And I disagree with that. No, I'm not saying you should get married, or that, you know, that marriage is something you must do. Of course not. You could do whatever the fuck you want. But, you know, I'll allow it to be an option. If that is the natural progression, if that is the way you wish to proceed in your relationship, if you want to take it to that next level of marriage, God bless you, and I hope everything works out. If you don't, cool. God bless you, and I hope everything works out. Like, let the option be there. Don't disparage it because it's there. If you want to disparage the court system, the way it works, in that if the marriage goes south, and that the court is definitely skewed in favor of one side of the marriage, I'm there for it. I'm there for that discussion. But don't just say marriage is bullshit because of that reason. Because that's not the fault of the institution of marriage. That is the fault of the court system, specifically siding with typically the woman and basically screwing over the man. Because for whatever fucking reason. So that's a completely different discussion. And Tortoise, thank you for the follow-up.
Have, definitely benefited off of driving the dream of having a wedding. But what the fuck are you guys talking about? Just let her talk, dude. But name one thing. Whoops, she did.
I think a lot of men who choose to get married are incentivized by the fact that they are able to claim that woman as theirs.
And she said something that a guy like you would like. That'll stroke your little ego. That guy is just interrupting. That's the whole podcast. Leave it to fresh.
And as much as this guy might be paid in the ass, he's right. But that's how those podcast people, like that guy, it's how they work. They will just flat out, they rapid fire, they do verbal diarrhea, and they will interrupt something when they try to answer them to try and say, ha, see, you can't answer me. Because they'll just constantly interrupt him. And Kanito, like what she said is also incorrect because it's basically what was it that she said? Hang on, I'll let her say it again. Yeah, that the woman is theirs. I mean, that is like, I don't know. For some women, they would like that mastercore. Flat out, some for some women, that's their king. They like that. But yeah, it is basically, the woman was basically equating it to a form of property, which people may not like. And like the whole fucking discussion was stupid. It really was. Because they went at it from an angle that was completely unproductive. That's the biggest problem. The guy was going at it from an angle that is wholly unproductive.
Fit to keep it real for the bros. Two guys who no one wants to marry.
Oh, brother, this guy
is that
the
why
reason the courts lean towards the women is because before the women's rights movement, women didn't work, so it would make sense for them to need some kind of help after the marriage. Though it was far more uncommon. It just hasn't ever changed since then.
And that's a discussion that can be had, baby Jeebus. That the way the court system operates with divorce has not evolved since before the women's rights movement. That's a conversation that absolutely should be had. And it hasn't been. And so instead of putting her energy into saying, marriage sucks, get rid of marriage, how about you have a discussion about changing the way the court system functions in terms of divorce? Oh, and Bobcat, you're 100% right. 100% right.
You guys don't like marriage? No one wants to marry you? Dude, this guy talks about marriage the same way a kid talks about not getting invited to a birthday party.
I didn't even want to get married. It was probably going to be like a lame marriage anyways. Well, I'm glad you said no. High-value males don't even get anything from marriage. I'm more of a lone wolf anyways. Just leave me to my podcast.
So tip number 4, don't get married. Even if she said no, that's okay. I was kidding the whole time. 5 biggest green flags in a woman. Like, by reading some of these, you could just
Hang on.
5 biggest.
Yeah, damn. Kind of wish the boots were nice and tight, but god damn. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I don't like the boots. I like their stilettos, but the hive water style just doesn't work. And damn it, they put the text right covering one of the most important parts. God damn you. Why couldn't you put the text like down here? Honestly. Yeah, gunboats. Yeah, Peef, that's what I was thinking of. Gunboats. Although stiletto heeled gunboats.
green flags in a woman. Like, by reading some of these, you could just tell that whoever made them was crying at the same time. And I'm sure this will be level-headed and super respectful.
She's God-fearing and does not have a promiscuous past. Fuck. Really? Fucking really? No. And I'm sorry, but what do people define as a promiscuous past these days? Because if she's God-fearing, a promiscuous past could mean she's had one fucking partner. And you're like, you're promiscuous. Well, Eki, of course she's dressed like this. How the hell do you think they're gonna look at the post? This is a post made for clicks. It's not a post to actually give advice. Right now, nobody's looking at the text. Everybody's looking at legs, boobies, shoulders. She's sexy. That's what people are looking at. Nobody's reading the text. Yeah. Well, and, okay, like, you guys are talking about, like, what's the number? Everybody's different. Promiscuous is a very subjective word. Yeah, you know it exactly. I mean, come on. I mean, gorgeous dress. Gorgeous woman. I like it. Hello. Chat? Anyone else think see something that looks off right now? Is anyone seeing something that looks off in this picture right now? Yeah, do you see how? I'm guessing. Uh-huh. Exactly. I'm guessing this original post, she was topless. This bra was photoshopped on. Because if it wasn't, her titties are really fuckingly shaped. She has some very seriously fucked up looking titties if this bra was not photoshopped on. So this shot was probably topless. You think it's AI generated? I don't know. I don't think it was AI generated. I think it was just the original post. She was topless. And whoever put this post together went, well, okay, we'll just like badly Photoshop a bra on. Nice.
You want them to be God-fearing? Oh no! I didn't know this TikTok came out in the late 1400s. Yeah, I would like my wife God.
Well, I mean, it's not so, like, the problem is with that badly photoshopped bra, we can't actually see what her breasts look like. She might have had a perfectly decent plastic surgeon.
God-fearing. Now,
and a mirror in an elevator is pretty common, big dog.
And hopefully I can die at the ripe old age of 25 from the common cold. I feel like you can just say anything you want in these videos. Here are my top 3 picks to becoming an alpha. Tip number 1, only talk to snakes.
You can't say anything you want in these posts. Because they're not doing it for actual advice, they're doing it for literal clicks. That's why they're doing them. They put pictures of hot guys or hot girls in the images, they throw shit on the screen, and nobody's reading the words. They're looking at the hot people. And it's done for clicks.
Snakes. Snakes are scary, they're dominant, and they're shaped like penises. And men have penises. Tip number 2,
Falcon, it's
only
not.
Have sons, no daughters. Only have sons and harvest their testicles for meat. Number 3, eat your chest hair. Eat your chest hair. It'll give you that sense of pride you need as a man, and also it helps
And now
with
he's
flossing,
just going
especially
overboard.
after eating all those testicles. I don't like the word submissive there. That was yucky. This is just...
Why? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? There are plenty of women who are feminine and submissive. And that's simply their nature. There are many women who are feminine and submissive. And not even in the kink kind of way. He doesn't, like, he's objecting this because it sounds quote unquote oppressive. Switch this out with yeah, I am. I am. But that doesn't stop me from kicking ass, does it? Because what I was gonna say, before someone put me in a cage, thank you, Leo. What I was gonna say is change this word to the correct word, which would be demure. The correct word instead of submissive would be demure. A woman who is feminine and demure. Because being demure and even being submissive doesn't mean that if you don't push the wrong button, that woman's not going to kick your ass. No. The problem is the word submissive, unfortunately, has a bad connotation to it. And I can kinda sorta understand why, because typically when you think of submissive, it is typically thought of in the, kinky, submissive bottom kind of context. I actually can kind of understand why some people don't like using this word to describe a woman who is not kinky. I can kinda understand it. But on its face, there's not, on its face, it's fine. I think if you'd swap the word with demure, it would be, you'd have the same context.
There. That was yucky. This is just like the most insecure thing I've ever seen. Like, your impression of a woman is a prisoner. Like, you don't want them to talk to anybody or have fun? Dude, who are you, Jabba the Hutt?
Hell.
I feel like maybe the guys who make these sort of things probably smell like Jabba the Hutt. This is giving like little boy on TikTok. Yeah, my girlfriend.
You mean like you? You're sounding like little boy on TikTok, dude. What, demure Falcon? You were kind of just like demure and like low key, I guess would be the word. And so what? Now you're an ass kicker? Does that be cool? No, we're getting there. We're getting close. We're getting close to him shutting up.
We better act like a girl. She's not allowed to have fun without me, and I'm the only boy she's allowed to know. And she better friggin' cook me sandwiches, okay? And she better fear the one and only God, the Whiz King himself, Baby Guank. Alright guys, and tip number 5, be a misogynist. Because boys rule and girls drool. So guys, that's the end of the video. We finally found out what it means to be a man. Guys,
Oh, you thought being submissive was icky, and then you met me? Oh god. Guys, I'm corrupting my chat. Good. What? I'm kidding. Falcon, I'm guessing you meant that you had perhaps a preconceived idea of it, and maybe I've enlightened you into, that it's maybe not what you might have thought it was. And if that's the case, I'm glad I could have opened your mind to something different. I'm glad.
Best version of a man is a possessive, serious, controlling, narcissistic asshole with a god complex. And he never jerks off. Alright guys.
See you next time.
I'm just joking. Don't do any of that. I was being sarcastic. Obviously, these videos suck. This is all just...
Damn it! Dude, just end your video.
Clickbait nonsense for men who are struggling to find community and struggling to find love. And I know for a lot of men, especially young men, life can feel isolating and it can be extremely frustrating. This emotionally guarded, overcompensating, woman-hating version of a man isn't it. This is not how you should act as a man. Dude, it's okay to commit to a person. It's okay to be emotionally vulnerable. And I can't believe I have to say this. It's okay to jerk off. It sounds so crazy to say. Guys, there is no correct way to be a man. Sure, you can be hyper masculine. That's fine. But you can also be hyper feminine. Dude, these notions of manhood are wildly outdated. And I guarantee acting like these videos are saying will leave you more jaded and more unhappy than ever. Being a high value male is not about who or what you own. Yeah. I think the best way to be a man is to act like a human being. You know, start with things like empathy and sympathy and self.
Well, I mean, Drysel. Okay, Drysel, I'm gonna say this. Do not forcibly act like a hyper feminine man. If being effeminate is literally just a part of your nature. It's not something you are doing as a choice. If it's simply just a part of your nature, there's no fault in that. If you're making the choice to actively be effeminate because of some screwed up reason, yes, that's a problem. Some men are effeminate. Some men are hyper effeminate. Simply because it's their nature. No, it's not the norm by any stretch of the imagination. Some are. And if it's simply their nature and they are being themselves, I have no problem with that. I don't. But if you're forcing it because for whatever fucked up reason, now I got a problem with it.
Love, basic human traits, being kind, being respectful, and being authentic. I don't know if you guys have tried this, but you ever tried being nice? Dude, people love it when you try being nice. I know, it sounds crazy, but it just might work. I don't know, I just don't think that this is the best way to go about being a man. So, don't be an incel, grow up. Alrighty guys, that's the end of the video. Sorry for being so divisive and polarizing. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for a lifetime supply of nuggets. Alrighty guys, I gotta get out of here and I gotta go edge myself until my penis pops like a beige balloon. Okay, bye.
Okay. I'm gonna give him this. He ended his video reasonably well. The last minute and a half, 2 minutes, he ended the video reasonably well. The rest of the video was just fucking batshit crazy stupidity. The last minute and a half where he basically just said, be a decent person, I'm gonna give him that. That was the one thing that he said out throughout the entire video of it. I'm like, okay, I can go with this. The whole rest of it, though, I mean, fucking hell. Yeah.